Have you ever wondered what computer science is? Well, if you have, you'll find out in this video. Computer science is the study, theoretical, and practical applications of computers and computing. You may be asking yourself, what else is there to computer science? Well, computer science includes the principles of mathematics, engineering, logic to a plethora of functions that include algorithm, software and hardware development, and lastly, artificial intelligence. We are going to look at the subtopics of computer science, which are programming, networking, and database. All these subtopics have some type of relationship between each other, and also between them and real life. Under the first subtopic, which is programming, falls the basic of Python, which we will be talking about in this video. Python is defined as a high-level programming language with dynamic semantics. Python is very simple and easy for someone to learn. The syntax emphasizes readability. This furthermore reduces the cost of program maintenance. Python is known to support modules and packages, which encourages programs' modularity and code reuse. An example of a simple program is the example that I would like to explain in this part is combining strings. Combining strings, what you're doing is just declaring two variables, which would be first name equals to Atiani, so you're giving it a name. Last name G. Then you want to output full name. If you want to output full name, you're going to have to add the first name plus the last name. Then to output, just put print into parentheses and put your variable there. And that's how you would output that. Now the first two that you're seeing there is the most simple one. Hello world, all you're doing is just outputting hello world in your program. In the second one, you're outputting hello world as well, but you're in another way. You're declaring Y to be hello world, and you're gonna tell your program to print. To go a little bit more advanced, this is a string that outputs with literals. So like we said before, you have to declare name. You want to declare your name, so we're gonna say na. Equals to a string because you want to output a name, and you ask the user to input a name, and then ask them to output the name that the user entered. Now, looping through a string for x in banana is print x. Now, this is looping. So, do you think it's gonna come out horizontal or vertically? Well, it's looping, so it's gonna come out vertically. Going a little bit more advanced to if statements. This program is saying A is equal to 33 and B is equal to 200. Now, if B is greater than A, then print out B is greater than A. I think this one is very straightforward. Now, if the statement is false, the program will just end. Then there is the if-elif statement. This one is saying A is equal to 33 and B is equal to 33. This is saying if B is greater than A, print out B is greater than A. Now, if someone prints that and it says that does not work, so they're gonna go, let's try this problem instead. So that's where it goes, elif equals to B, and it's gonna print out A and B are equal. The last one is the if-elif else statement. This one is saying A is equal to 200 and B is equal to 33. Well, if B is greater than A, then print out B is greater than A. If it does not reach the requirements, then it's going to go to the other one, the elif, and it goes, if A is equal to B, then print out A and B are equal. If it does not reach the requirements for that one, then it's going to go straight to if and print out A is greater than B. One example of a realistic correlation with programming is, in order for you to be a data scientist, you need to have a solid understanding of human economic behavior. You must also have training in statistics and programming. The relationship between statistics and economic science will give you the framework to have in modeling behavior. The programming will allow you to do it efficiently with machine learning algorithms. Follows the BTP, which stands for VLAN trunking protocols. What is VTP? VTP is a messaging protocol that has two layers that are designed to manage the creation and deletion of VLANs. It is also responsible to maintain network-wide VLAN database consistency. VTP mode. VTP has two versions, 1 and 2, which allows each switch to play three roles: server, client, and transparent. The default mode in a switch is a server mode. Server mode allows the administrator to configure VLANs. When the switch is in client mode, it doesn't allow the configurations of VLANs, but it can receive VTP databases from servers and clients and share them to the connected switches. In transparent mode, it doesn't allow to sync with other VTP switches. However, it allows VTP messages to pass through. In order to create a VTP configuration, you'll need to create a trunk. Right on the screen, it shows you the configuration you'll need to configure your VTP, either in server, client, or transparent mode. Networking can be related to real life by the fact that it is a great companion to online networking. You meet many professionals offline, but they are also active on social media at the same time. Therefore, there are both increasing positive awareness of one's business and one's personal brand. In-person networking is the key. Under the last subtopic, which is database, falls the basics of SQL. SQL is a core relational type database. Due to its huge popularity, it is used worldwide by most companies. SQL is a database language used to perform actions such as update, retrieve, manipulate, and store data on a relational database. One example of a realistic correlation of database is we use databases on a daily basis. If you think about it, we go to grocery stores, bank, video rental stores, and freight stores, and all uses databases to keep track of the customers of all the inventory. Now I will be talking about economics and how it correlates with computer science, and also to illustrate how demand and supply works. Computer science is related to economics because both of these learning theories are related to domestic and global economics and factors that affect economic conditions. Majors of computer science learn to write programming code, protect computers. What is demand? Demand is a desire for a good service that is backed up by the ability to pay the price of the good service over a certain amount of time. You may be asking yourself, what is supply? Supply, on the other hand, is the amount of good service that the trader are willing to offer at a set price over a certain amount of time. Demand and supply are looked at in one diagram, which intersects at one certain point. Only at this specific price demand will equal supply. The point is referred to as market or equilibrium. In the real world, other things change, referred to as a condition of demand. Once the condition changes, the entire demand curve moves. Lastly, we'll be talking about morals and ethics issues. Information technology has revolutionized most aspects of our lives. IT has altered significantly in areas such as entertainment, medicine, and employment. IT is affecting both positively and negatively our daily lives. The ICT has transferred our relationships, family and community lives, career and education, freedom, and democracy. Issues around ethics deals with concepts such as what is good or evil, the issues that are right or wrong, or virtues or vices. Ethics or moral philosophy investigates concept of good and evil behavior. Philosophers group ethical issues in three major groups: metaethics, normative ethics, and applied ethics. Metaethics analyzes the genes of ethics, and it questions where ethical values come from. Normative ethics deals with the task that regulates right and wrong conduct. It articulates good behavior and investigates the consequences of our conduct towards others. Lastly, applied ethics analyzes controversial issues like animals' rights, homosexuality, and abortion.